दाबर चमनप्राश प्रो रेसलिंग लीग सीजन 4 को-पावर्ड बाय अमूल में अब वक्त है आज के सबसे भारी भरकम मुकाबले का। इट्स टाइम फॉर मेंस 125 यानी पुरुषों के 125 किलोग्राम वर्ग मुकाबले का। यूपी दंगल की ओर से आ रहे हैं कतर मूल की जॉर्जी स्कैंडलीड्जे। दाबर चमनप्राश प्रो रेसलिंग लीग सीजन 4 को-पावर्ड बाय अमूल में हरियाणा हैमर्स की ओर से आ रहे हैं यूक्रेन मूल के खोत्सियानिव्स्की अलेक्जेंडर।
It's time for the heaviest bout of this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you can see two men weighing 125 kilos each, representing team UP Dangal and Haryana Hammers. Of course, Georgi Sakandelidze is from Qatar. Now, that is quite interesting, Sunil, because he is basically from Georgia.
Absolutely. This is a new phenomenon called the sport migration, where a player migrates from the country where he of his place of birth and moves to another country, which gives him more. Usually it happens in the Russian country because the talent is immense.
Yes.
More player and little chance for the World Cup Championships and the Olympics. So they move and they migrate from one country to another.
Oh, that's an interesting fact. That's a first-timer trivia for us, thanks to Mr. Sunil Yashkalra. Because last season I remember Georgi being from Georgia itself, and
yes.
All of a sudden when I see the team sheets and it says Qatar, well, these are the blessings of being a wrestler or a talent that you have, where other countries do receive you with open arms. It's the start of the bout, and of course Falad Singh being busy with the lovely ladies, as we saw just a few seconds ago. It's the advantage that Aleksander has. He took that 2-point lead in the first few minutes of this round, and of course his effort is actually to do that roll, and if he gets into that drum roll, I think it'll be an advantage. But then again, to handle 125 kilos is quite difficult.
Absolutely. This is like the gladiator fight, you know, where you have the biggest, largest players competing on that mat.
It's an obvious reaction of everybody watching. Okay, if you're a lighter weight, maybe it's going to be a high-scoring game. But here, there are times when we've seen in the past seasons that 125 kilos have also, between them, have almost about 25 points.
Yes, yes. That has been the norm here. And that's why you see the full-packed houses here watching and enjoying this 125, which is the crowd puller in India.
Yes, of course. I think Dara Singh was one of those who was been Gama Pahalwan, being a few others to name. But then again, traditional wrestling has been more prevalent now, with the Olympians going in there and showing their true colors and bringing our tricolor in pride.
Yes, now you see these guys are now putting in their weight together and trying to tire each other, you know. And here you could see the referee coming in between and telling them to go on with the business.
To roll over, yes, because it's those TWTs, the time-wasting techniques that these guys use. And I think that is only human, because when you have a very strong opponent and with so much of international exposure, as of now, as we can see that Asian Games 2018, it was silver medal for Georgi.
Yes.
And on the other side, yes, of course, I mean, Olympic qualifying tournament in 2018 with the first spot. That's what Aleksander has. And it's interesting to see that these two wrestlers neck and neck. somewhere or the other, by the end of the day, it's that same Russian union which has different fighting styles in every country.
Absolutely. You know, these guys are brilliant. They're trained from their beginning after the age of 5. They go through various techniques, not only of the physical endurance you know, winning techniques, but also a lot of stamina that comes in. Now you would see the same here in the first bout.
It is not that high scoring a game though, but it's still a 2-point advantage for him.
You could see their hands moving, but the exact weight comes on their legs and thighs, and that's where the real pushing and pulling comes in to play. Georgi on the first part, in the first edition, played for Mumbai Garuda.
Yes,
and these two have a little nice neck-to-neck happening, and they've had 4 bouts and they've won 2 in the 2 each in their respective career, you know, together. So this is going to be a good point-settling match between them.
But then again, this could be a revenge bout, as we can say, because earlier, even if they would have a mental advantage on this international platform where there's so many wrestlers of so many different nationalities getting together, and them coming traditional rivals, if they've come across each other 4 times earlier and both have been leveled at 2 games each, this is quite an interesting ball.
This has to be a cliffhanger. You can't predict much so easily that who's going to be a clear winner. However, you know, the best, their training and their fighting styles are very similar. So you can barely make the difference between the two, who's going to have the last podium finish. But it's getting very tough now.
Something has to come from Georgi's way, because he still is not able to open the account. Oh, there you go.
Yes.
I think we preempted a little too soon.
Yes. Now you would see with little over 1.5 minutes left, now it's going to get a little aggressive, and the Haryana hammer guy is going to go in for the leg attack.
Yes, of course, Alexander, but then again, they are still at a 3-point advantage. There was an attack by Georgi, but that was not really up to the mark, and could not get a kink in the armor.
With 1.30 seconds to go, I think 3 points advantage is not very safe in today's this thing. Now you see it's going to get a little more exciting and a little more aggressive, with both wrestlers trying to test each other's energy and stamina.
It's about stamina, it's about skill, it's about power, and of course it's about presence of mind. Everything matters a lot. It's not one thing that could get to be it as an advantage. That's the wonders of modern wrestling, trying to find a kink in the armor. Georgi is trying to do that, but Alexander there still was trying to define that, but of course he got a warning instead.
So the umpire has already told him to stay back and get a little aggressive, and here it is. Here's the attack from the UP wrestler. Georgi trying to get in, trying to...
Just about 35 seconds of game is left, and Georgi needs to find a way. Georgi's looking at his support staff for some kind of a help, probably. Then again, ducking down and wanting to do what he needs to do as of now to convert it. Every point matters at this point.
Absolutely. Look at this. Now it's going to be a do or die for the UP player. He should go in for an attack. Let's see. The clock ticks away. 5, 4. Here's the attack. Is he going to make it? Let's see. How does it happen? Oh,
well, that was an effort, but a little too late
in the day.
He could have, had he got time, he could have probably pushed him away and gotten at least 1 point to save that face.
I think the attack came a little too late in the day. He should have been 15 seconds ahead, and I think things would have been different.